our next comedian coming to the stage. He's a regular in my class. Please welcome Robert Stevens, everybody.
How you guys doing? Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Boy, Carol Hammond has let himself go. For the young people out there, that's the guy who used to play Clinton on Saturday Night Live. See, I look like him. Although now I've been told I look like Chevy Chase in the show Community. The young lady who said that is in the audience, but is asking me. This is my previous classmate Nina and her fiance Johnny, who met at her showcase. Can you believe that? She comes to one show and she meets her fiance. I take the class 10 times and I can't even get a date. Told you that special one for you. Okay. So I see a lot of beautiful ladies out there. Do you guys want to know how I like my women? You want to know? Justin, you want to know how I like my women? It's going to play Justin. Okay, I like... I like my women like I like my chicken wings. Hot, spicy, and bone in. Bone in. Unfortunately, all I ever get is the dry rub. So I'd say I hear through the grapevine my ex-wife's doing a lot better. I mean, I was married 12 years, divorced 12 years. I hear she's doing much better. She married a really old, rich guy. Perfect for her. No need to go to work. No need to have sex. And she gets to be first online at the Golden Corral. That's where you basically, the same thing as me with the no work and no sex. The only difference is he takes her to Golden Corral, so maybe I should have done that. Okay, next one. So, you guys know March Madness, the college basketball tournament took place, a few months ago. Okay, well, that's been going on with me for 30 years. March Madness. Every New Year's Eve, I say to my resolution is I'm going to score next year. And by March, there's a lot of madness. In fact, even the worst player gets on the court and gets to score once in a while. I can't even get into the arena. Well, I can't even buy a ticket, even worse, right? All right, so I remember when I was married, my birthday would be the one day I thought I might get some action, my birthday. Unfortunately, I was born on February 29th. So I'm like a runner in the Summer Olympics. Do I know why? Do I know why I like a runner or something? Okay, I'll tell you. Because I would train 4 years for 10 seconds of glory. Good crowd. Good crowd. So I actually read online that they say mentally disturbed women have the best sex. I mean, how did they find that out? Yes, mentally disturbed that. So I kept thinking to myself, you know what? I don't think my ex-wife was mentally disturbed as I thought she was. Okay, good. Okay. That one works a little bit. So, a lot of you guys out there know I'm a Dr. MD. I don't practice anymore, but I used to be a medical marijuana doctor in Los Angeles. And I remember I started there, my first day, my third patient, I was in the San Fernando Valley, which is the porn capital of the world. It really is. And she comes in, attractive, and says, I said, why do you need the marijuana? And she goes, well, I had this, I need marijuana because I had this terrible low back pain from having to hold all those positions for so long. Just tell me she was a girlfriend, so I messed that one up. I would have called you if I didn't mess it up. Okay. So I didn't know what to say, so I'm going to go to the next joke. Okay. That one didn't work. Okay, so I went into medicine. My dad was an eye surgeon, really pushed me to go into medicine. I didn't want to do it. So it's interesting comparing his office to my office. You know, he's been gone since '96, but his eye doctor office, for instance, in his office they played Perry Como. In my marijuana office, they played Bob Marley. My dad wore a white lab coat, and I used to wear a tie-dye shirt. My dad would have Time magazine, and I'd have the 420 Times. However, we didn't have one thing in common. One thing, want to know what it is? Yes. We both treated glaucoma. Some people didn't get that. In the old days, hey, these are my uses here. Hold on. So in the old days, the marijuana was only used to treat glaucoma. So anyway, so people ask me, so one day I'm at the marijuana clinic, and the secretary yells out, "Hey doc, patient's on the phone. They want to know if the gummies will help with the pain of hemorrhoids." And I said, "Well, not if you apply it directly." So, people ask me, to be a medical marijuana doctor, is there special training? It's usually after med school. Most doctors, they go to residency for 3 years and then a fellowship. And I said, yeah, there is special training. We do a residency, but the residency is in Jamaica. And I know in Jamaica, all the teachers have dreadlocks. We sit around playing hacky sack. And the guest lecturer every month is Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg Snoop. And now for the fellowship, for the 1-year fellowship afterwards, what I do is I traveled around with Snoop Dogg following his blunt roller. He's got a special blunt roller. All right, let's go on. So, so I met someone online on internet dating. And she put me right into the friend zone, right away. So I said to her, one day she calls me and starts saying, "Robert, my shoulder's hurting me." And I said, I know a little bit about shoulder treatment and manipulation. I said, I tell you what, I got an idea. Why don't you take me out of the friend zone, and I'll come over there and help your shoulder. But when I leave, boy, will your low back be hurting from having to hold on those positions for so long. Right, okay. Right, so one of my friends was going to Vegas, and he said, while he's in Vegas for 1 week, he wants to get laid with 2 different women. And I'm thinking, man, I've been to Vegas, I've never gotten laid with 2 different women. In fact, I've been there 10 times, and I've never had sex with 1 woman. And you want to know the worst part? 5 times I went with my wife. Alright, so I did a little urgent care when I was in LA, and one of the things that male patients came in is they needed a refill on their Viagra prescription every month. Insurance pays for 7 Viagra, but you have to see the doctor every month for a new prescription. And then I thought to myself, where do they get this number 7 from? Are there guys that have sex exactly 7 times a month? So I figured, I'm in the middle of my marriage, I go to my doctor, I get my prescription for the 7, I fill it, and guess what? Guess what? They all expire before I got a chance to use them. So I threw them out into the trash next to the expired condoms. So I figured to impress the ladies, I get a Rolex, but all I could afford was a fake Rolex. So I went to the jewelry repair store to get a link off. It was too big pearly guy. He goes, "Come back 1 week." I said, okay. So I come back. There's 2 women there my age. Ooh, wait till they see the Rolex. I said, "How you doing?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, you, the fake Rolex, hold on." Thanks a lot, guy. I go, "Dude, this is LA. Everyone lies for a living here. What's the matter with you?" Okay, so I'm going to close it up, right? Thank goodness, get over here. You guys, I'm closing up. You guys know who Alex Trebek was. He was the host of Jeopardy! It's a TV show, trivia, questions and answers. I would hike in LA with my dog, and I would hike by his house. Everyone knew this was his house, big front lawn. And his dog and my dog did not get along. Basically, my dog would pull, "Rah, rah, rah, rah," and his dog would come running up against the gate. "Rah, rah, rah, rah." My dog would be, "Rah, rah, rah," and it was really difficult because no matter what I did, his dog had all the answers. Okay, thank you, everybody.